Okay, internet searching and additional resources. Here's a picture of the visible web versus the deep web. Obviously, we know the deep web is much farther down and we don't always get access to it. So search engine basics. They search only parts of the web and they don't all search the same. Search engines keep an index of all the stuff they have found and they search that index. They send out spiders to crawl the web and pull words from websites to add to their index. Web pages can have tags to help the spiders pick up those words and rank a page higher on the results list. Sometimes these tags are hidden or may not have to do with the actual content of the page. This is why you sometimes get irrelevant results when you search in Google. Look past the first page of results. There may be some real gems out there that you're missing. So search engines and domains. DuckDuckGo doesn't track your searches like Google does and still provides relevant results with fewer ads, and then obviously Yahoo and Bing. .com means it's a commercial website. .org is a nonprofit organization. .net is a network. .gov government. .edu education. .mil military, and then you have the country codes. Google search tips for Boolean operators. Do not use not. Use the minus sign for not in place of not. But you can still use or in capital letters. And is always implied unless using quotation marks. Search a specific place in a web page. You can search in the URL, in the title, in the full URL, in the text, for the domain and the site. Search the specific site and search a file type. You may not have known that, but you can do that, so I suggest trying that. Websites and web pages. A website is a set of linked together web pages. Like energy.gov, a web page is one page on a website. Like you go to energy.gov and then you go to science innovation and then energy sources, and that would be a web page. Web page citations, you would do the author or parent organization, period, space, the year of publication, parentheses, period, space, the title of article or web page, period, retrieved from the full URL, period, and then in space. Okay, for evaluating websites, evaluate what you find is also most important than how you search or find the information. So ask questions. What is another perspective? What would be a counter-argument? Who have you also heard discuss this? Where are there similar concepts or situations? When has this played a part in our history? Why are people influenced by this? How does this benefit or harm us and others? How do we know the truth about this? And where can we get more information? So questions to ask. You always want to evaluate, evaluate, evaluate. I can't emphasize that enough. Occurrency. Can the info be found in other sources? Are sources cited? Compare other sources and list. Is there a list of references? Credibility. Who are the authors and their credentials? Who is the publisher? What is the URL domain? Is there about us? Is there for more information on the website? Is there a publisher's website? Objectivity or suitability. Is there a bias? Which isn't always a bad thing. Who's the audience? How much info is provided and how is it written? Abstract, or is there an abstract or summary? Review the sources that are mentioned. Is there an introduction? Is there a home page of the website? Currency. Is the information current and does that matter? Has the material changed? Has the website been updated recently? The home page of a website usually says last updated, so check that. Check the cover of the journal as well. Usability. Is the information cited correctly? Do the links and pages load properly? How easy is it to navigate? Is there a list of sources? Follow the links. Some other evaluation tools. Do some searching on the specific website or organization outside of the original website. This is important for assessment 4. Determine who is behind the information. Determine why they are presenting the information in this way. Remember, read all the screens. Rats. Use the CRAP test, currency, relevance, accuracy, authority, purpose. Hoaxes and satire. Be aware of satirical websites and hoaxes or sensationalized information. Snopes.com can be useful for determining hoaxes or misinformation, but it's still maintained by a small group of people. The Onion is a great satire news website. It used to be published as a print newspaper. Empire News is a fictional news site, and notice the About disclaimer on that website. So fake news is by definition has no basis in fact, but is presented as being factually accurate. It's a type of yellow journalism or propaganda that consists of information that is spread through traditional print and broadcast media or online social media. This type of news is nothing new and has been around for centuries. It's been more it's been said more since the 2016 election. It's come to refer to any news media outlets or stories that an individual doesn't like to hear for various reasons as fake news, whether it be or not. It may be more helpful to focus on what is good journalism. Avoid judgments based solely on the source. Particularly, many sites may have a range of credibility, like BuzzFeed or HuffPost. Refer to the Society of Professional Journalists Code of Ethics. Differentiate between perspective and bias. Having and writing from a point of view is not the same as cherry-picking your facts and twisting a story unfairly. Find the original source of the story, and check your passion. If a story incites you, it may be too good or too outrageous to be true. So misinformation in social media. Here's some websites to look at that are misinformation. A BuzzFeed article and a Science Mag blog. Compare those two, because one is true and one is false. Other web search tools. The Internet Archive is a digital library of internet sites and digital artifacts. The Wayback Machine, you can see what websites look like back in time. And Science.gov, you can search several federal agencies in one place for science-related reports and research. So those are some good web search tools. Additional sources. Consider these other sources for information. People, your professors, librarians, data repositories or institutional repositories, digital commons at ESF, research guides, see the ones created by ESF librarians, organizations, Society of American Foresters, American Chemical Society, colleges and universities, etc. So what is gray literature? It is that which is produced on all levels of government, academics, business, and industry in print and electronic formats, but which is not controlled by commercial publishers. It includes various types of reports created by organizations, government documents, working papers, conference proceedings, and newsletters. You can find these in institutional repositories like Digital Commons, open access repositories like Roar and Open Door, other open access resources, Google Scholar. So for images, Google Images, this is how you do the usage rights for a photo. Go to Tools, Usage Rights, and see options to the right. For Creative Commons, check the box of Modify, Adapt, or Build Upon. Click on Google Images or Flickr or Wikipedia Commons. For the citation, do image from, full URL, or if the image has information how to cite it, use that information. Do not cite Google for images. It's just a search engine, not the actual source of the image. For example, photocredit, the photographer, Creative Commons license would be one from Creative Commons. So how to conduct research on the internet? Studies have shown that no one, not even experts, are truly adept at separating false information from true. So the key to ask is, who is paying for the air conditioning? Upfront cost of publication is no ongoing cost. For every watt of power the servers use to host the data, 2 to 4 additional watts are used to control the temperature of the server farm. So this is an article that was on AC cooling. The question of who is closely related to why. So while determining who is responsible for sharing the information online, we are principally concerned with their motivation for doing so. It is only the truth if they are trying to inform and educate. It will be false information if they're trying to entertain, keep you on the site for clickbait, persuade, mislead, confuse, or harm. Some interesting places to visit online. MinimumWage.com is a great one. Sites that can help: Snopes, Fact Check, SourceWatch traces corporate money into organizations. Stop Predatory Journals is a list of suspected predatory journals. Allslides.com is news from multiple sources. And visit these sites for more info. Colgate.edu has a LibGuide for fake news, so you should view that. Smarter Every Day, Why Your News Feed Sucks is an interesting YouTube video. SourceWatch and Minimum Wage are good, and Dark Patterns, Internet Census are all good websites for more info on fake news and evaluating. Is Creative Commons revocable? No, but if someone misuses the item, the license is no longer valid and the user could be in violation of copyright. If someone uses your material in a way that is appropriate to the license but which the owner disagrees, the owner can choose to have attribution removed. So be aware of that. So be very, very careful of even images. SUNY open textbook policies, you can read that there for open textbooks. NCBI ROFL is a good YouTube video. Journal of Improbable Research, Professor's Response to Email, Anatomy of a Tweet. All interesting websites to view. Okay, so again, your homework this week is the evaluating website activity. Remember CRAP. The copyright quiz, the assessment 4, and then read the Information Literacy User's Guide, Chapter 5, and do a blog post on it, stating 2 things that you've learned from it and discuss them. I hope you're working on your focus essay and poster project. The poster project, again, you need 6 to 10 sources, 3 books, 3 articles, 3 websites. And you're recommending these databases, journals, websites, and books to someone that is looking for information on your topic. The focus essay should be individual, and it's a narrative of your search process. So you're just going to discuss how you found and why you recommend each source, how your search process went, discuss failed searches or what you couldn't find, discuss issues you ran into while searching for sources. And then the research log is an additional document of where and what you searched. And you're going to refer to this in your essay. So you should be keeping a research log as you search for your poster project. And then you're also going to do a formatted references list of the poster project resources. Read instructions in Blackboard, look at examples, and review the lecture PowerPoints. And that's it for this week. Next week, we'll be talking about non-traditional library resources, reading for research, and your poster projects. Have a good week, guys.